What's up guys, welcome back for the Yugioh Pro Duel video. Infernities. They revealed new Infernity support a couple of hours ago, well, earlier today I guess, early this morning, this night. And as expected, it was hinted, right, with like Infernity cards, specific Infernity cards being reprinted. Same for Zodiac, so we can definitely expect more Zodiac support soon as well. But the thing is that the current TCG list has like Infernity Archfiend to 1, Launcher to 1, it just doesn't work. Try it out with like, you know, there are some builds online on YouTube, etc. with like Sayuja Turbo-ish dot attack, but that's just not working out. It's far too inconsistent and falls apart with a one hand trap, a well-timed Blossom, Impermanence, Nibiru, whatever. Those kind of, you know, shenanigans, balls to the wall dot take, it just didn't work out for me. So I looked up some things and decided to go for like the rank 3 route. A couple of reasons, as you saw, like the PK engine is a given fact, because Cherubini is like it carries the deck. A reason why, I mean, it's obvious, right? There is like the small Burning Abyss engine that again facilitates the rank 3 support, Dante, Mill 3, basically again establishing your graveyard like in decks where you would, like in the old school days, slap in Lightsworn cards to, you know, like mill a lot of cards. This is the small engine I would main deck double Dante. The reason why you're going for the second Dante here is because that second Dante will serve itself, or it will be used for Beatrice, right? I mean, you just got back like any BA monster from your graveyard with the first Dante, so that second Dante will always lead into Beatrice. And the reason why I like this more over, let's say, like Sayuja, balls to the wall, draw 4, and, you know, like hope you draw like Necromancer or what is the other one called, the level 1, like Tribute, Special Summon 2. You know, that's just, it's far from being consistent. You have to be insanely lucky. And the thing now with like main deck, or focusing yourself first of all on getting out Cherubini, is that you're facilitating yourself from or for going for indeed going for Appaloosa. And again, Appaloosa is protected by Yugioh, again one of the new rank 3 Datascape exceeds, cannot be destroyed by battle Appaloosa. So in most situations your Appaloosa will indeed like negate 3. But yeah, this is like, well, maybe bar the rank 4, the L-Swarm monster, but it's very easy for this deck to go for first turn Appaloosa, Beatrice, and another rank 3, like your Datascape, for example, maybe Levier, and then, as you see, depending on which extenders you have or which mills you had with Dante, you can definitely go for another rank 4 Exceed play, or maybe another rank 3, you know, like go from there. So again, the thing is now, as you saw in the profile, is why should you be adding in like Infernities to the deck? Well, very simple. I mean, it does have some nifty things. The first one, well, the interaction between both level 3s is fantastic. Wildcat is also being considered a tuner, and like this one, the one you see here, it can be special summoned from the hand by discarding another Infernity monster. And in this deck, that's not super consistent. I mean, because of discard, I might lean towards like monster heavy Infernity builds maybe, and well, depending on the other cards, right, if they're getting more support, and maybe Launcher back to 3, Archfiend back to 3, but again, that's you know, who knows. Is that it's cool, it gets itself on the field, it's a tuner for Helki Fibrex, a level 3 for like a level 6 synchro play, which is something they lacked in the past. Well, they had that, but they didn't really have like a good target outside, you know, generic cards like Brionek or Goyo Guardian back in the old school days. Basically, those level 6 were like upgrades for like level 8 synchros, right? So, you know, the Wildcat is quite okay. The other one, on the other hand, that's superb, especially in this deck. It's basically a Treeborn Frog once per turn, but it does come with like a small downside, is that, what is it called, like Conjurer, that's the name, is that it's basically a free level 3 when you don't have cards in your hand, so you can special summon it from the graveyard. So, very similar like Treeborn Frog, if that makes sense. But again, with this deck, you know, like not having a hand is not that hard, while at the same time gaining mass resources off of that. The discard cost of your tier scale, you know, it works out for itself. As for the rest, it's pretty self-explanatory. I definitely like a small Burning Abyss engine, because I feel that if you don't open with like Grav or Seer, or you know have well, let me say it like this: if you were able to put up Cherubini first and you had like no BA in your hand with like Grav or Seer, I feel that in most situations you'll be sending Grav from your deck to the graveyard to get that special summoning effect, right? That will be Seer, and then depending on which extenders you have, you can go from there, right? Something else from the Infernity engine is that I'm packing a very... oh, no, I'm packing one Archfiend. Reason being is that, as you know, like PK with their new support also have that gimmicky, like the ability to pump out like a rank 4 Exceed play, and that's where Infernity Archfiend can come into play. Is that I'm running triple Allure, well, and that's the thing, is that all of them are dark. You could banish them like from your hand, whatever, with Allure. You could discard them if they are stuck in your hand with like your tier scale, for example. So that's fine, that's cool. But the thing is that, as you saw, I'm running, and that's different between my PK build from like a couple of like weeks ago, is that I'm running like the Fiendish Rhino, right? I mean, Rhino sends like Foolish Burials, something from your deck to the grave, and that can be your Harris, Archfiend Harris, I believe the name is. And you know, your Harris will search out Infernity Archfiend, and then you can go from there, right? So, I mean, the idea is there. Like, is this consistent top tier shenanigans YCS level? Not really. But the idea is something to work with, and the level 3 on the Conjurer is can definitely have a place in this deck. Like, it's free level 3 fodder, it's superb Foolish Burial alike target, so a free level 3 every turn. I mean, it's very solid for the deck. The thing is now, and as you saw like in the previous duel, is that in the current main deck running 40 cards, I'm not respecting going second, and that's a problem with the deck. If you're going first, with this deck you can definitely respect an opponent's Nibiru. I believe you can't. Well, no, indeed, you can't go for like an Appaloosa on your like 5th summon. Unless maybe something shady. But in most situations, like you're going for like your Cherubini, you know, Graf, Seer, and go from there and make Appaloosa, you know, the play you saw me do earlier. And then, because this deck is quite consistent of doing it, go for the second Dante and go from there. So depending on which cards you milled, depending on which cards you had, you know, next to the cards that you used up to make Cherubini. So, you know, the deck does come with some luck, but just, you know, I think you have to respect Nibiru. You have to respect Nibiru, so go for Appaloosa first, and then you can play after that. And that's something that's like the current DCG version of well, can you call it like an Infernity deck, is heavily focused on like Sayuja and a deep draw, I guess, and then even then it's not that consistent. It's so risky of, you know, like not respecting impermanence, Nibiru, whatever. So I feel that this is currently much better, but who knows with the current on upcoming list. We saw that Infernity Archfiend got put back to 2 or 3 in the OCG, and it's obviously because of this. So who knows, as for the DCG as well, we might be getting back more Archfiend, more Launcher. I was like toying around with like Launcher in the main deck as well. Like, as you saw, I'm running only one, defense target, if that makes sense. Let's say if you were able to special summon Infernity Archfiend and end your combo with, like, Archfiend on the field, or potential Link play, or Exceed play, or Rank 4 Exceed play, there is still Infernity Break, right? No Barrier, because, again, Barrier needs an Infernity on the field, and in most situations, you'll be using your Face-Up Infernity for, like, an extra deck play. So, Break is more flexible. Infernity also had like a new trap card, which is like Call by the Grave, except not really. The thing is that I was like, well, this card is good. I mean, the trap card, the Infernity trap card, protects you from Nibiru. But then there was like that one sentence that said, if you like don't have cards in your hand, you can activate it the same turn you set it. So it's very similar to the Phantom Knight Shade Brigadier, I believe that's the name of the trap. And that's a problem, is that you need to have like an empty hand. And I'm sure that if we're getting more support, if the ban list is good for Infernities, probably, indeed, right? Then I might lean towards more monster-heavy builds, maybe focused on Cherubini and, you know, the same way, and respecting Nibiru. Try to get out Appaloosa as fast as possible so you can play around Nibiru or hand traps, and then start off with your Infernity engine with like multiple launcher and, you know, like maybe double Dante and hopefully getting some mills off. Who knows, right? I mean, maybe Infernities get more support. But for now, I feel that with the new support, I definitely wanted to try out the new support. It's cool. They can definitely have a place. Well, if it's for Conjurer, this one, it definitely has a place in like rank 3, you know, 3X's builds. Definitely has a place. The Infernity Archfiend in the main deck might be a bit too gimmicky, who knows. And yeah, something that I might want to change is some, you know, interaction with my opponents. Nibiru, Ash Blossom, and maybe Forbidden Droplet, you know, or just one Forbidden Drop, I believe the name is. Again, things like Calamities are just too strong, especially if you're going second. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.